First, though, more on the desperate search for a mother and daughter abducted on Tuesday after an apparent traffic accident outside of Philadelphia. We'll speak exclusively with that woman's ex-husband and little girl's father in just a moment. But first, NBC's Peter Alexander is in Upper Southampton, Pennsylvania with the very latest. Peter, good morning.
Natalie, good morning to you. The last time police heard from Bonnie Sweeten and her 9-year-old daughter, Julia Rakoczy, they said they were in the trunk of their abductor's car. But there was no evidence when they found that car a little bit later that they had been seen at that location. Now, we know an Amber Alert was issued for Julia. This morning, a critical piece of evidence was found. That vehicle inside, neither the mother or daughter.
She loves her kids, and I know she's protecting Julia. That's all I know she is.
Police say 38-year-old Bonnie Sweeten and her 9-year-old daughter Julia Rakoczy were abducted while driving to the doctor's office in their SUV, a 2005 GMC Yukon Denali. Sweeten used her cell phone to dial 911 from the trunk of her abductor's car.
She indicates that she had been rear-ended in her vehicle by two black males driving what was described as a 1990s black Cadillac. She said in the call that they placed her and her 9-year-old daughter Julia in the trunk of the Cadillac and drove off.
Sweeten told police the abduction took place near her home in Upper Southampton Township, but the cell phone call to 911 was traced to downtown Philadelphia, nearly 25 miles away. Early this morning, police found Sweeten's SUV parked in downtown Philadelphia with no one inside. It's unclear whether there was any evidence of an accident. As police stood guard outside the family's home, family and friends expressed grief and concern.
I don't know what happened, why happened, but very, very shocking.
Investigators attempted to track Sweeten's cell phone after the 911 call, but it reportedly, Natalie, had been shut down. Bonnie Sweeten also has two other children, Paige and Faith. The oldest, Paige, put a message on her Facebook page yesterday asking everyone to pray for the safe return of her mom and her sister.
Peter Alexander, thank you. And the FBI is asking for anyone with information to call their Philadelphia field office. That number is 215-418-4000. Tony Rakoczy is Bonnie's ex-husband and Julia's father. He's with us exclusively along with FBI Special Agent J.J. Claver. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
And Mr. Claver, if I can, let me start with you because I know there's some overnight developments in this case. Can you bring us up to date?
Well, I think you've summarized it. The overnight development was the recovery of the car in Center City, Philadelphia around 2 a.m. That car was taken to the Upper Southampton Township Police Department, and we'll have agents and detectives from there processing that car forensically today. This
was the SUV, and what condition was that car in, and what more can you tell us about the possibly finding the abductor's car as well?
Well, we don't have any information about that. I know that some of the news agencies were reporting there was a Cadillac found, but right now there's really no information about any Cadillac being connected to this.
Are there
found.
Any new tips coming into the tip line there on the whereabouts of Bonnie and Julia?
We're following up on a lot of leads. We are getting some good information. There's a lot of leads we have to follow up on, and we've been doing that overnight and are continuing to do that today.
Of course, the greatest lead was that 911 distress call that Bonnie placed while she was in the trunk of her abductor's vehicle. What other information was she able to give you about the abductors in this case?
Well, there was not a lot of specific information given out, and again, because of the ongoing nature of this, there's not a lot of information we can release about that right now. Our number one priority is getting this 9-year-old girl and her mother back safely. Mm-hmm. That's priority number one for us.
Do you think this was a random act?
Really, we don't have any comment on that right now. There's no way to predict until we can get people who we can interview who were there to get the first-hand account. It would be inappropriate to speculate at this point.
All right, let me bring in Tony now. And Tony, of course, you're the father of the little girl, Julia, and I understand that you spent the day on Monday with her, and I know how distraught you must be going through this right now. Tell me about your little girl.
She loves the Phillies. She plays softball. She's always dancing around the house.
When police called you and you heard what happened and you heard the news, I'm sorry as well. When police called you and you heard what happened and they told you about this 911 call, what were you thinking?
That this was not real, that this stuff you see on TV and stuff that doesn't happen to me. I mean, I was in shock, still in shock.
What about your ex-wife, Bonnie? Tell me how, I know that you maintain a good relationship with her. How is she as a mother?
She's a great mother. I mean, she's very organized, always on top of all the stuff the girls have going on. Their dancing and their softball and doctor's appointments, all that stuff. She's a very good mother.
Is there anyone in your knowledge that would want to do something like this to them? I mean, do you know, was there anybody who had something against your wife?
Not to my knowledge, no.
So you have no idea why they were taken?
No, I have no clue. Just no clue at all.
If you could say something to the abductors if they're watching, what is it you would like to tell them? I
would like to tell them to let them go. There's no reason to keep them. I don't understand why they would want to keep them. Just let them go. That's all I can say. I mean, I don't understand why they would want to keep them. I mean, we don't have money. We're not, I don't understand. I don't understand.
I know that your heart must be breaking because time is of the essence. And Special Agent Claver, I know that an Amber Alert has been issued in the meantime for the 9-year-old Julia, and police are now searching for the Cadillac as well. Can you tell us any further description of the vehicle that you're looking for?
Really, the only description we have is what was provided in the original 911 call. So there's not a lot of information about that Cadillac, but we're working very closely in conjunction with the Philadelphia Police Department and the Upper Southampton Police Department. And, we've put this Amber Alert out, and we're trying to get the information as far and wide as we can to generate as many leads as we can.
Well, we certainly hope that this helps today. And Tony Rakoczy, we are so sorry. We're hoping for the best, and we'll, of course, continue to be on top of the story as well. So thank you for being on with us. And Special Agent J.J. Claver, thank you as well for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Again, if you have any information, time is of the essence, as you heard. Please contact the Philadelphia FBI office. The phone number 215-418-4000, and tipsters can remain anonymous.